and in 2015 we took in a record high of 300,000 immigrants. That's 822 per day and 34 per hour.
The numbers are evident of the high number of immigrants welcome to Canada, but how well are they accommodated once they get here? Is the government's attempt to help the immigrants to adapt to Canadian society sufficient enough?
In an attempt to stimulate economic growth, the Canadian government has welcomed an increasing number of immigrants. However, immigrants admitted to Canada to strengthen the economy only earn a median income of $42,000, while locals earn a median income of $71,000.
This major discrepancy in income shows the lack of economical accommodation for immigrants. Many skilled workers have master's, PhD, and professional certifications in their own country that have failed to be recognized by Canadian employers.
Of course, the Canadian government recognizes as an issue. The Toronto Region Immigrant Employment Council matched 1,300 skilled immigrants with professional mentors this past year.
The small number of immigrants that benefit from this do not counteract the greater number that suffer from restrictive rules around foreign credentials, leading to an increasing rate of unemployment for immigrants over the past decade. How are immigrants supposed to identify themselves as part of the nation of Canada if they can't enjoy a similar quality of life as Canadians?
The disparity of wage and employment rates between immigrants and refugees and Canadian-born citizens establish class divisions in society. Their low economical status diminishes their sense of belonging to this nation. It is often difficult for new immigrants to identify themselves as part of the nation of Canada, especially those that are skilled.
Many language barriers inhibit them from attaining employment in their area of expertise. The waitlist for government-funded language programs lasts up to 2 years, causing immigrants to be unable to identify with the official languages of Canada, prohibiting them from understanding the sense of nationalism in Canada.
And the same is true for refugees. We're often told that history repeats itself, yet why when it comes to refugees does it seem like no one quite knows what they're doing or how they feel? Well, the saying isn't wrong, and Canada has in fact been here before.
The closest historical event in Canadian and much of the world's history that mirrors many of the current events regarding refugees today is the Jewish refugees of Nazi Germany. Although over 1.1 million Canadians served in the Second World War, our involvement in those trying to flee the war was significantly less impressive, taking in less than 5,000 from the near 1 million seeking refuge.
This being so infamously shown in the tale of St. Louis, where a transatlantic ship with over 900 Jewish refugees was denied entry from Canada, being told that in terms of Jewish refugees, none is too many.
The worst part is many of these problems resulted from our sense of national loyalty and traditional Canadian values. Canadians, along with the rest of North America, felt that when these refugees were coming in, and the differences they brought were a threat to people and changed the Canadian life many were so comfortable living.
In the end, Canada stood by its citizens to protect them in any way they found reasonable, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Some of these events did not go unnoticed. The very light to this dark part of our past is how these events caused change and awareness, with drastic changes being made to our refugee policies, as well as countless books and articles on these events in particular, and along with other refugee occurrences.
Refugees are now given more rights than ever and treated humanely by the government. However, with the Syrian refugees being the most refugees since World War II, it looks like we'll have to see just how true that saying is. I hope that we can learn something from our past.
The debate continues regarding the assets newcomers bring to Canada and how well they're integrated to the Canadian culture and society. What we as a nation need to consider is how can we improve our current immigration selection system, and what can we provide these newcomers to ensure a smoother transition to life in Canada.
Canada is known to be one of the most pluralistic and tolerant countries in the world with regards to the diverse backgrounds of Canadian citizens and residents, yet one could easily point out that the irony that university-educated newcomers earn an average of 67% of the Canadian-born university-educated counterparts.
How is their experience not recognized here when it's single-handedly the one thing that offers them residence in Canada? The mission to reduce wage gaps and revalidify education degrees and work experience outside of Canada could not be completed overnight, but change can still happen in the long run.
With an economy that is slowly going back to life, the government consider ways to reinstitute integration programs that can help current new immigrants, especially skilled immigrants, adapt to the Canadian society by connecting with employment opportunities.
Since language barriers is the largest contributing factor to the employment and wage rates of immigrants, Work focus as opposed to general language training should be provided to immigrants and refugees for those who have a clear interest in continuing their career. By combining language and skills training with partnerships with employers, such skilled immigrants are more likely to provide recognizable work experience and training.
As well, companies in Canada should look at ways to substitute the mandated Canadian experience with other equivalents, such as official employment records, for those immigrants who want to demonstrate their previous work experience.
As for future incoming immigrants, it is up to the federal government's responsibility to improve the point system in response to a dramatic decline in the economic welfare of its most skilled and knowledgeable immigrants. The point system should reassess its current ranking system and emphasize factors such as skill transferability and language proficiency in order to ensure long-term economic success of future immigrants.
Ultimately, however, although stepping into the 21st century, Canada is moving to a more tolerant end towards multicultural ethnic minorities. Elements of racism that are rooted in our history, with breakouts such as the recent Islamophobia, all of our affect Canadian national unity. As one of the most accepting and open countries in the world, it is up to every one of us to work to reduce gaps of economic welfare and social classes between Canadian-born citizens and immigrants and refugees.
By acknowledging current conflicts and advocating for improving the disadvantages faced by these minority groups in Canada, that we as a nation, regardless of cultural background and ethnicity, can work towards a stronger Canadian national unity.